Hey guys, it's Chris here from ASM Scholarships. Welcome to the video. Today I want to help you guys understand how does this recruitment process work. Many of you athletes are probably thinking about coming here to America, playing sports and studying, and wondering how does this all work? How do I know if I'm good enough first of all? How do I get in touch with these coaches? And what does it take to get this done? How long is it actually going to take me? So what I'm going to do is go over those points, give you some really good information that will give you good answers and help you determine if this is something for you, and if it is, I'm going to show you the steps to making it happen. So I've been doing this for 10 years now. I've helped over 4,000 athletes from across the world in all sports. And the process is the same no matter what sport you play and what age you are. It's a process. You have to understand that you've got to do step-by-step process. If you try to jump steps, it's almost like when you're playing sport, if you try and just jump and not do the preparation and just rock up in the tournament and don't prepare, you're going to prepare to fail. So you need to make sure that you follow these steps and you can actually do them. Otherwise, you're going to really struggle to get recruited. And here's why. There's around 10 million athletes globally trying to get around 125,000 scholarships per year. So there's not that many scholarships based on how many people are trying to do it. And that's why it's so competitive these days. And agencies like ourselves are thriving because we know all the steps to make it happen. But the most important thing is we know the coaches really, really well. So when we call that coach and do an introduction, we get you through the door straight away and save a lot of time. So here's the biggest problem you have, right? So let's say, again, I apologize for my drawing, it's not the best, but I'm gonna do, let's say this is you. I'm gonna just, for this scenario, call this person James. So here's James, he's from South Africa. I don't know if that's a very South African name. We should have done Gabriel, because Gabriel's doing the presentation for you guys. But anyway, we use James as well from England. And you want to go to, say, one of these schools, UCLA. So let's say you want to go to UCLA, it's in Los Angeles, fantastic program. So that's the school, and this is you. So now how do we get schools like UCLA to get noticing you, to know who you are, to start that initial process? So here's what we're going to do: a line, and we're going to do the steps. So step one, before you can just contact UCLA and say, hey, can you recruit me? You need a profile. So that's the first thing, you need to build a profile. And what a profile is like a resume. So imagine now if you're going for a job, maybe your parents can relate to this one more. You don't just go to the company and say, hey, here I am, can I get a job? And that's what a lot of athletes do. They bypass this process and they just jump and say, send an email. And if any of you tried that and sent an email to coaches, you probably got no responses. If you did get responses, they're probably lower tier schools that not many people want to go to. So that's why you might be getting a response. But these big ones, mostly 9 times out of 10, never respond back to you. There's also different times of the year they can and not allowed to respond to you, and they can. So that doesn't normally work. That's why this kind of emailing a coach fails a lot of time. And most of these emails that people send, I did that. I sent an email to Stanford when I was 15. I just put, hey coach, I'm Chris, I play at +3 golf, can I get a golf scholarship to Stanford? No recruiting video, no nothing. So you want to put in your profile, if you go on our website on asmscholarships.com, click on search athletes, you can look at different profiles of clients that we put together for them. But every profile is going to have a video, and then we're going to have about you, then we're going to have some stats, then we're going to have an interview, right? And some pictures in there as well. And that's a professional looking profile that you can now present to a coach, no different than a resume for a job, that you can actually now start a conversation. So once you've got that profile, that's step one. The second step is going to be preparation. So resume is great, that gets you kind of through the door of the profile, but there's other things that get you recruited in this process, and that's going to be, so we're going to do prep, and that's going to be your SATs, that's going to be your clearinghouse, and then also if English isn't your first language, your TOEFL exams, you have to do TOEFL exam. Right? Oh, and also your current grades. So how are you in school? Sorry, my writing is not great. So SAT, clearinghouse, TOEFL, your grades. These are 4 factors you have to do preparation to determine which kind of schools you could go to. Because let's say the grade's like a C grade average and your SAT's like 900 points, you're not going to qualify for UCLA. You're going to qualify maybe for like a Division II NAIA school, so it could be like Barry University, Nova, Sonoma State. Great schools, just not Division I. So you have to understand, which division you fit into based off your grades and your sporting level based on your profile. So these are the 2 most important factors before messaging coaches. And what happens a lot of time, you guys don't understand where your level's at, determining to which school you can qualify for a scholarship to. So once you've done that, you can then implement phase 3, which is the contact. We like to call it marketing, so I'll put marketing here. Your college marketing. Let's get all this information in front of these coaches, right? And this is your biggest problem because these coaches don't know you, so you're not verified. So let's think of it like this. Imagine if someone comes up to you in the street and says, hey man, there's a new restaurant in town, would you like to go? If you don't know who that person is, you probably, the trust level is quite low, right? Out of a scale of 1 to 10, you probably don't trust that person, it's probably like a level 1. But if it was your best friend who texted you and say, hey George, hey Shane, hey Sarah, hey, you know, whatever your name is, and they say, hey, let's go to this new restaurant in town, it's gonna be really good, you're probably gonna go, right? Your trust level is at a 10. So the coaches, the trust level of us is at a 10. They know us, we've been doing this for such a long time, and they know we actually look at all this information and we're connecting them to schools that make sense and actually you qualify for. We're not going to like UCLA if your stats and your grades aren't up to it. But if they are up to it, we'll connect you and we'll get you through the door. So coaches know we're not wasting their time, they know we're checking your information, we know you're verified. But if you do it, you're just going to be like one of thousands of kids who do that email and say, hey, I want to come here. They don't know you, so the trust level is already like 1 or 2. Like, is that athlete's information legit? Is it true? It takes much, much longer. So this is a quick hack, is work with professionals, and that's why here at ASM, what we've done is basically put this process in a nice website for you, step by step, what to do. And then my team's actually going to call these coaches to schools you actually qualify to make sure you can actually get in and get a scholarship. Because that's what it comes down to, is how much money can you save. Now, I'm going to explain to you now how scholarships work, okay? So the average school here in America costs $40,000 per year. And what that includes is your tuition, your room and board, your travel with the team, books, everything around the university includes. So if you got a full ride scholarship, you're going to receive $40,000. That'll be a full ride, right? If you get the whole money, full ride. So you hear that terminology, that's what we mean by full ride, is everything's paid for apart from your flights, your visa, that's it. That's everything you have to pay for yourself. So, but if you don't get a full ride, it's called a partial scholarship. So a partial scholarship is where you maybe receive 90% or 70%. Now, this can go up. So a lot of times what we find for international athletes, coaches want some sort of commitment from you year 1 to make sure you're really, really serious. Especially if you start this recruitment process in late, let's say you're 17 up, you're late to the game, so your record, you can't really do much to it, right? So when you're 15 or 14, we can prep and actually start building a resume that say a school like UCLA or Arizona State would want to see. So you have more time in the game to kind of do things the right way. But if you are late, you're going to probably be around 90% scholarship round, so you're going to be anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 up front. And then year 2, you can get the full ride because the coach can see how serious you are, they can see how much you're improving, how much you're dedicated in college. And that's again where we can make sure you get that full ride for year 2. Now there's 2 parts of the scholarship. The first part is based off the sporting level. Right, that's your sporting level. And the second part is based off your academics. So if you have really good academics and really good sporting, you're going to qualify for full ride. Let's say your sporting is 100% great, you're playing for the country, you're playing at provincial level, you got great results, but your academics are like C's. I think it's actually you're doing it like percentages, so they're saying I think that's about a 60%, maybe 70%, I have to check on that, but I know you do it percentages. You're going to be right at C grade. You're not going to qualify for academic money. To qualify for academic money, you've got to be like an A grade, 90%, 100% student athlete. So if you have the 100%, with the 100%, you get a full ride. If you're like 60% and 100% at the sports level, you're going to be a partial. So that gives you an idea how the coach takes the money. See, the coach takes the money based off the funds in his own pot, which comes from sport level only. So if let's say now you're a golfer, my sport, right? You're playing off +2 in placing national events, you've got decent grades, like a C grade average student. But there's another player from, say, America, who's also +2, but he's got a 4.0, which is an A grade student athlete. The coach is going to probably take the 4.0 student and the American athlete, because his 4.0 is the same golfer as you +2, because he can take money from the academic side of things, which is a different pot of funds. So it's cheaper for him. Whereas if he takes you from South Africa and you don't have the grades, he has to spend more money. So what he'll do is try and get both, but he'll say, you can come, but you've got to pay $5,000. So what we do here at ASM is look at your weaknesses. We're going to look at where you're not so strong at, is it the academics, is it the sporting level, and make you recommendations of what you should be doing from now to help you guys get the full right. Because if you do the right steps, it becomes easy to get this, but you only can get it if you actually tick all the boxes, right? So if you start, the best age to start at 14, 15 years old, because then we have time to implement stuff and pick a dream school like UCLA, USC, Arizona State, or Stanford, Florida State. You have time to work on your roadmap. If you're 17, 18, we have limited time, there's so much things we can do. You might have to go to Division II junior college first and then do a transfer to a Division I if that's your goal. So I hope this helps with you guys to understand how the process works, how the money flow works, and also the steps that are needed to get there. You can't just bypass this, because you bypass this, you're just wasting your time. It's going to be really frustrating, and someone else like us who know what we're doing is going to come in there and take the scholarship before you guys will get it. So here, the big advantage with ASM is that, guys, we've done this for 10 years, we know exactly what we're doing. We're here in Florida, in West Palm Beach, we have a team of experts working away for you to get you these big scholarships. Make this super easy for you, super less stressful, and also look after you when you're here. Now, one of the things that I love that what we do at ASM is when you finish your time in university, you're going to have two goals, right? One's going to be turn professional, or number two is going to be get a job in maybe America or maybe globally. So we actually help with that. We have ambassadors like Ernie Els, Alex Coricebo, we also have Ronan Schumann. In the job market, we actually work with Deco, who's a big job placement company. So we have these accesses to these great networks that we're going to introduce you to as well. So don't see ASM as just a recruitment agency to get you to college. See it as your kind of like manager. We're going to help you through this process, get you into the right school, and help manage you through university to get you a job or help you turn professional in your long-term dream. So guys, I know there's been a lot of information. There's lots more available on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/ASM Sports Group. That's all the videos there. Or go to our Instagram. It's instagram.com/ASM Scholarships. Or just do @ASM Scholarships. We have tons of good resources there. Lots more free information to learn more about it. Or if you're here right now watching this presentation with Gabriel, go chat to him. He's one of our athletes. We helped him out several years ago. He's loving it here in America. It's changed his life. I know he's really excited to help you guys learn more about this and help you guys see what you could get. First step's going to be for us to do a free evaluation of you. We need to get to know you as an athlete, as an academics level, so we can give you some ideas of like which schools you actually qualify for. And if you like those options, then we can build you a plan and we can get you in the program and we can help you get out here. If it's not for you, we'll say, hey, you know, it might not be the schools you want to go to, you might have to spend $10,000, $20,000, maybe it doesn't make sense. But you could also be an athlete who you could go to UCLA or Stanford and get a full ride. So why not speak to Gabriel, find out what's possible for you. Let's help you out, get out to America. It will change your life. And you can join our Hall of Fame of athletes who help them all over the world. Take care, guys. I'm Chris Vidal, CEO of ASM Scholarships, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.